Hello. Welcome to Mystic Moons. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and all other festivities that are going on today. I hope everybody's been enjoying themselves. Today is a day that we relax. We think that this is the end of a year. We open our presents. We wait for our presents. We wait for the sales. It's a number of things. It's a number of things. We listen to our pets, our pussycats in my case, as they chirp on, chirp off. And we think about, wow, 2024 is almost over. Can you feel it? It's almost over. 2025 is almost over. No, just beginning. I'm already talking in a trance. 2024 is almost over. To me, the year could have been 1,000 times better. I came across a lot of inertia. And I was also nursing some wounds personally, just psychically exploring. Sometimes it seems as though when you psychically explore, physically you don't move much or something like that. Anyway, in my case, perhaps everyone has something different about how they move and groove. But let's talk about today. It seems like nobody really has, I would expect 2025 to be on Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and to go to some kind of what's that place called? Andromeda galaxy? Andromeda? I'm speaking like I'm from Brooklyn. But what do we have here? We have prophecy after prophecy after prophecy after prophecy. And we have characters. We have the past coming to light. We have psychics speaking through the ages. We have canned news. We have untruths. We have all these things. Why can't they tell us, after all the hundreds and thousands of years, what the hell is going on? I'm a little irritated about not hearing the word. And where is the honesty? It's like no government seems to trust its people. So, okay, they say, and they're not going to tell us if any of these prophecies, the Red Hats, Wormwood, many of it, all of them, the two messiahs, the devil's invitation, they're not going to tell us anything. You know that. I mean, even now we have the cosmos or, sci-fi aerial things, vehicles in the air. And no one is telling us anything. Oh, you don't need to know. And we hear departmentalized. That's so hard to say that word for a moment. It's like, what? That's a fancy word for saying none of your GD business. None of your business. When is it going to become our business? When are we going to be able to be treated like rational adults? Rational, developed adults. How many degrees do we need? How many hours of prayer? How many hours of meditation? How many? Right? And we still are being treated like Neanderthals, Cro-Magnon women. It's a bit irritating, isn't it? But however, that leaves us one recourse. One recourse is to collectively dive into the ether that surrounds us all. Every single psychic has said premonition after premonition, that we, people, humans, neighbors, would evolve. We're evolving. Instead of the governments are telling us stupid. And we're just, too stupid to know the truth. We can't handle the truth. But, however, psychics keep telling us that we will develop, we will grow. And that's what I'm saying. Let's examine these prophecies. Like the first one we have here. Let's do the red hats. All right. Now the red hat philosophy. The red hats. What is the red hat? Now you notice one person who always wears a red hat. He's a billionaire. His name is Donald J. Trump. Now he always wears a red hat. Do you know what that red hat is? Probably you thought, oh, it's just an idea, a costume accessory to appeal to the working class Americans. No. It may be channeled that way, but actually the red hats go back to like an ancient Hopi Southwest North American Indian indigenous philosophy, prophecy. The red hats basically, and it's been by word of mouth for quite a length of time, but it's been videotaped in the 70s. The red hats are about the change. The red hats is about a man that comes into being, comes into power in a North American country. North American country would be Canada or the U.S. And of course, obviously, it's the U.S. that's pulling this red hat philosophy. And he has great power of a scientific and a technology-based society. However, he leads his country to war, both on the east, 2 wars on 2 fronts, the east and the west. And him with his 2 accomplices. He has 2 strong men assisting him, which has turned out to be Robert Kennedy and Elon Musk. Those are 2 powerful guys. Legacy and cash. And some of each. Now, the whole point is, they lead their country to a new state of being. However, there is a tremendous price to be paid for this direction, this leadership. And then the whole thing culminates as the country is nearly destroyed. That means the North American country that they are representing is nearly destroyed. Then there comes a whole host of the sky becomes dark with space alien ships that go ahead and enact the final judgment, of which say the ones that are the humans that are dark-hearted, and totally don't care about anything but murder and destruction. Clunk. They are obliterated they're evaporated in an instant. And those that like have semi, hard and soft hearts, those are the ones that say, you are the ones that will clean up the place. Clean up the mess, the carnage, and rebuild. And to those who have a pure heart, the light hearts, the light, L-I-G-H-T, they are the ones who will ascend with spiritual abilities. How's that? Well, let's just see. Is there Donald J. Trump, since he's the one with the red hat, and they seem to have a good, the media seems to have a good thing about not specifying. They can't say this red hat is from the red hats. Everybody wears a red hat. We're all imitating the one who will unite us all, or all, yes, I guess. So let's see. Now let's see a reading about the red hats. The red hats. Is Donald Trump following the Hopi prophecy of the red hat? The man who wears the red hat. The red hat. We'll take 4 random cards here from this deck, and we'll see. We'll see. What do we? Maybe 5. Take 5 cards from this one and see if the red hat of Donald Trump is he just this marketing This marketing cycle. Okay, we have these cards here, randomly picked. Now let's see just how much of an opening do we get. All right. Now the first thing we get is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. That is indeed something to be met with trepidation, something to be met with caution, something that is happening, but it is not exactly a clean sweep of victory, nor is it without defeat. It's in between the Eight of Swords. So we can say that Donald Trump, following the Red Hat prophecy of the indigenous North America, taking his United States of America country, which is North America, and even inviting Canada to become the 51st state and trying to take others into the state. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles. It seems like he is picking up the Nine of Pentacles, gathering together whatever myth, whatever prophecies, whatever he could find to, whatever grassroots. We have here the Eight of Swords. That's a dangerous mission. That's getting it, but with a price tag, an expensive price tag, and gain with payback, payola. And then here the Nine of Pentacles, setting the stage, the pomp and circumstances. Setting the stage. Yes, he is definitely setting the stage, going around with a business suit with a red hat. It's not even silk or something. It's probably just some sort of just common everyday Dick's Sporting Goods store red hat. And here we have the Nine of Cups again. The Nine of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. We have everybody's waiting. We have the money and the emotions and the guts of the people. The Nine of Pentacles. Everybody's waiting for the big show. He has it lined up. And taking a prophecy from before the land was even really immigration-filled America, United States of America, and then drawing upon that prophecy, the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. He's got the soil and he's got the soul. No, not the soul. He's got the soil. Yes, he's got the emotions and the soil. The emotions and the soil. Yes, that's what he's doing. He's got the emotions and he has the soil. And the next thing we have here is the Four of Pentacles. A Four of Pentacles. Well, this fits his ego. This fits, it's all for me. It's my trip. Seems like very well he is the man with the red hat and he has the power and the media backing to attain himself on that level of I am the red hat without saying the red hat. Mind you, they don't never say anything about the red hat. They don't. They just wear it. And the fourth thing we have here is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords. So we have the ego, the big ego who can carry the red hat. If there ever was a person, he says, to carry the red hat, it's me. It's me. So Trump says, yes, he is definitely the red hat. The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, well, that indicates combative nature of things. Pick. You cannot survive without having a weapon, a position to stand on. You must choose. This calls for a very prickly atmosphere between the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords. It's prickly. That is very prickly. You have a choice, but you don't have a choice. It's a declaration of, it seems to me, of swords. You're either with me or against me, and if you're against me, be prepared to defend your position. It's kind of like a, game of tag, but or dodgeball, some old game, some game of which is not a game. So I'd say that, like, the Red Hat and Donald Trump are lined up. They're lined up in a predisposed agreement. Now, what does a person who has power, who has money, who seeks acquisition do? More. Do they seek more or less? No, more power, more power, more power, more power. And for what end? That's the whole thing that Donald J. Trump has to see. What end? To take the United States to a position of super empire building again. The United States is too much in debt, but they have a method. Will it work? Method to relieve the debt. But with these Nine of Cups and Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, we have a watch and see. We have people with their breath being held to see how this Donald Trump would be in terms of selling, in terms of getting and acquiring. Strange. We have all these things. We have a weight, we have an atmosphere, and we have foreboding. We have foreboding, and we have a lot of bait, a lot of baiting, of which doesn't seem to be a peaceful negotiations going on. It doesn't seem to be with a red hat. There doesn't seem to be only my way. There's no two ways. There's only one way. And with the Four of Pentacles, my way. So we could see with the red hat that this fulfilling this prophecy is a tempestuous one. It's one of full of, I wouldn't say joy. Adventure, yes, it's adventurous. And it's also full of a lot of trauma. There's trauma coming. There is trauma. For now, there's trauma and sides being built. Sides. And choices. And of course, the choice is by the leader of the red hat, that choice. So I would say that we can expect a lot of static under the red hat. Obviously, there's no stopping this prophecy. There's no stopping, there's no halting, there's no examination. In fact, we're given like diversion, 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 diversion. And even too with the philosophy of the red hat, we even have with the heavens, like space aliens coming and interfering at one point and ceasing the battle, stopping the battle. We already have the so-called space, the heavens, the shows in the heavens, the aerial visit, the UAPs, the UFOs. Now, we do know that a lot of these phenomena, these vehicles, are also United States Space Force. We do know that. But we also know that some of them aren't. Of course, they're not going to tell us yet. They're not going to say anything yet until the tension is exactly where they want it. But however, we can see everything's in place. Acquisition, drama, showtime. That is what the red hats. And we're following the path in the United States of the red hat. The Hopi legend, the Hopi prophecy of the red hat. Now let's go to the next one, the next prophecy. The next prophecy is the devil's invite. The devil's invite. Isn't that kind of cute? You know what the devil's invite is, really? Well, it's happening right now. It's happening for a year, one whole year. The devil's invite. And the devil's invitation, which is basically an invitation to the devil, to Lucifer. And of course, we know that Satan prefers to be called Lucifer, so they say, because it's more fancier. Lucifer is known as the bearer of light. And I guess Satan is a little different. Anyway, you could say, why are you saying that the Pope Francis is sending out an invitation to the devil? And well, that may seem a little. This is nothing about Catholic or anything like that. This is nothing. I have no. This is no disparaging thing to the Catholic religion in the sense that what I'm saying. However, there is certain, and it's not. I'm not into any type of conspiracies or anything. I'm just relating certain obvious things that you won't particularly hear from any source, or you will hear from certain sources. So I'm not into any type of put down in a sense like that. This is not a put down. This is a sense of examination. Now, every 25 years, the Pope, whomever is the Pope, usually conducts a Jubilee of Hope ceremony. It lasts for one whole year. And you would think that it's there. It has its basis from biblical times. Now, usually it's done every 25 years. However, this time Pope Francis has decided to shorten the time. I think the last time it was done in 2016, which, I mean, you know, there's not 25 years from 2016. But besides the point, this year he decided to do it again. You know, they have these 4 sacred doors, typically, that they brick up every time. They, like a foot of brick to close up the portals. These sacred doors. These sacred doors equal sacred. These 5 doors equal sacred portals, gateways, in other words. And it starts Christmas Eve. It started last night, early this morning, at dawn. And it lasts until the Epiphany of January. It started December 24th, 2024, and it will end on January 6th, 2026, which is the Epiphany in terms of their religion. The Catholic religion. No, it's a ceremony of hope. Traditionally, it's to show people that the sins that you committed and the punishment that goes along with it can be transferred. It can be dissolved through prayer and through going through the ceremony of the sacred doors. Now, traditionally, there have been like 4 doors, but this year, the Pope has put a fifth door to a prison. Like the first door is this Jubilee of Hope. It's the first door is to the Holy Door of St. Peter's, which was yesterday. And then the next door they open is the Archbasilica of St. John Lateran. The next one is for the Basilica of St. Mary's. It's to celebrate the Holy Family. And then we have the Basilica of St. Paul's, and then we have this fifth one. We have a prison. I think it's called Rebiblia, something like that. It's a Rebiblia, yes. It's for a prison to show the prisoners that there's hope. You've been treated like scum being a prisoner, but there's hope. And if you pray to Jesus, pray to God, pray to the Catholic Church, you will be able to have a better future for yourself. Now, I'm not outside of all that. There's another thing. If you take the positions, which has been done, if you take the positions of the locations of these doors, longitude and latitude wise, you come up with something very different. And this is what people have been discussing. People have been discussing, like, what is this? Now, mind you, this is the first time this has been done before. And if you take all these 5 locations, you come up with a sigil. A sigil of whom, you may ask? You know what a sigil is? A sigil is an ancient marking, an ancient ID, an ancient signature of the fallen angels. And other things too as well. In fact, if you take a late night plane ride, you can see sigils from the city planners on the East Coast. You can see sigils, and it's golden sigils too. Gold, which is in golden light, is a particular thing that these entities, so-called entities that have been like classified and spoken about for millenniums, are fond of. But getting back to the main at hand, these sigils, the sigil of where these 5 points are, the prison and the 4 doors, which are called portals, gateways. The sigil is of Lucifer. Lucifer. You can look it up online. You can find out the actual sigil of Lucifer. And then take the longitude and latitude of these doors made by the Black Pope, the former Jesuit Pope Francis. Now let's do a reading and see, is this indeed an invitation to the devil? And why does Pope Francis want to have a battle, a spiritual battle with Lucifer? He could be. He could be. He could be. He could be. I don't know. But let's just see, what is the nature of this invitation, of this, why must you draw out, why must the location, why must a sigil of Lucifer be drawn on the birth of Christ? Why must it be? Why invoking Lucifer? I don't understand. What prophecy has not been spoken to the masses that is like churning around in the Vatican? What prophecy could it be? Now, we have 4 cards again. We have 5. Now, we're going to see it is the Pope Francis. Why is he putting an invitation to Lucifer by invoking his sigil? I can't believe it's something that he didn't know about. And you do know that the Vatican telescope, the acronym for that, the initials are spelled and it's called Lucifer. You do know that. The special Vatican telescope that could see anywhere in the cosmos, it's highly advanced, is called Lucifer. So it's those 2 things. It just could be a coincidence. Now, the first card we get is the Moon. There's an uncertain desire. The path is not exactly, I would say that the outcome or the procedure is not clear, and it's not exactly a battle that he feels that he can win, perhaps. It's not clear. There's a lot of uncertainty to it, because we have the Moon. And then we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is definitely a message of communication that the Catholic Church is willing to take on the devil or something else. Whatever it is, the message is loud and clear, even though the outcome is not. The outcome of calling, invoking the gateway to the devil is not clear. Ooh. And then we have the Five of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. Hello. We have the Five of Wands. You're welcome. Hi, Yellow Rose. I'm going to continue. We have the Five of Wands. That means that it's going to be a battle. I see Pope Francis, he really wants to take on the devil, but he's not sure if he could win. And is the Pope pure of heart? We are all men and women. We all have human sides of wants, needs, ego trips, or whatever, right? This is something he wants to be remembered for. Now, why is he invoking Lucifer? I can't understand it myself. As a person, as a human, I cannot understand why the Roman Catholic Church enacts a sigil of Lucifer. It's something that like some satanic group, some devil worshippers, some, yeah, you do know what I'm saying. Why is this happening? I don't guess. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Is this a good? We're going to have to look at this 10 of Pentacles because it's almost something that something satanic would be revelations or reveling in, celebrating. That's the word. And we have the Lovers. Ooh. Does this mean, when I first looked at the Basilica, visually, just looking at this visual components, the altars, the artwork, stuff like that, it didn't exactly seem like holier than thou, nor did it seem to be very meditative. It seemed to be full of a lot of messages that were warlike, that were like the Five of Wands and the uncertainty. Let's look at this. What kind of celebration we have here. What kind of celebration is this? What kind of celebration? I'm going to take 2 of this deck and 1 of another deck. What kind of celebrations? Is it finally the beginning? Is it finally the beginning of... No. The Christians have always say, end times, end times. Every single thing is end times. Christians have been talking about end times as though it's like before apocalypse, the this, the that. And as Christians, it can't be like end times, and we can't live in fear. That's living in fear and wanting to destroy, instead of like build and find out who we are. I'm more into discovery. Now, here we have, okay, so I say these 2 cards, we'll talk about this, and I'm going to pick 1 from another deck. I'm going to say, what is this? Let's see, 1 from this deck here. 1, okay, I got this card here. All right. Now, what is this revelation? Revelations. Now, the first thing we have is, it gives Pope Francis the hero look, the 6 of Wands. It gives whoever does this is an ego thing. Okay, it makes me feel good. I become like, great. I'm great. I can conquer the devil. I can deal with the devil, which all of us deal with the devil. And then we have the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups. Just to see, there was a report out that the Vatican was becoming bankrupt. So it could be like in terms of like this is a money making because you don't go for these pilgrimage, this Jubilee of Hope, penniless. So it could be just a money making, see how much revenue we could be brought in. There's a marketing aspect to this because the Catholic Church has a lot of expenses and it is a business. So let's just see that could be it as well. However, spiritually, it could be just to see just who is stronger. the force of good and the force of evil, force of the positive, the light. And then if the Pope is really bringing the light, shedding his earthly vanities. And here we have the world. We pick the world. Well, whoever wins this battle is definitely getting a hunk of the world. It is to show the world who is stronger. However, I see this is almost a vanity trip, and it's also, well, there's a marketing aspect to it, obviously. Marketing aspect, the world. It's to show the world that can light conquer darkness. In the middle of World War III, all the wars, the prophecies going on. This is a battle. This is a spiritual battle, which not only will we have physical battle, but we're also having spiritual battles. We are having beyond the dimensions that we could see. And this is to show the world, to capture the world, to be open. However, there's a lot of things that are not open. The fact of the matter is, will it actually succeed? Yes, they will make revenue, but will the Catholic Church be involved in even more litigation, even more graphic carnage? Will it be? That's a question. And this devils, you cannot underestimate the power of Lucifer, the power of Satan, the devil. And you are inviting the devil to join in the feast of prophecies, the feast of chaos. And I see chaos, I see revenues, I see revenue building in the midst of chaos. That's what I see. Revenue building in the midst of chaos. And the whole world is open to participate. The whole world is open to participate in the chaos because it could very well be World War III. So I don't see this necessarily as an invitation to peace and serenity. I see this as a call to arms, to bear arms, and that's not very nice. So I see this is almost like, come on, join in. Come on, join in. Why not? Everybody's doing it. All right, so that's what I see with the devil's the devil's invite, otherwise known as, or being marketed as, the Jubilee of Hope. And I do hope that it is hope, but from the sigil of Lucifer, of the devil. Yeah, I feel funny about that. Psychically, I feel that there's something more being done, and it does not feel like it's truly holy. Because why would you, with all your intellectual, they have everything, their libraries, they have scrolls, they have secrets. Why would you open the door to Lucifer? Open the door to the devil? Why would you even give the devil? Well, here's one more we didn't do. Oh, we didn't do this one. This is wait. Before we continue, well, let's just say the lovers. I'm going to do this. Now, give me a little. I'm going to use this card on the lovers. I'm going to use this deck on the lovers. That was part of it too. Is this love of humanity that's bringing this? Is this love of humanity that is combating the devil? Is this showing the spiritual side is stronger than the devil, or the devil can just join in? And how can we? Okay, we have these two cards here, and I'm going to pick one from this deck that I just used. One from this deck. All right, here we go. Now, we have here Eight of Wands. We just had an Eight of Wands. More energy. And we had Eight of Swords, didn't we? We had Eight of Swords. Energy level. And we have Nine of Coins. Now, we did have the Nine of Pentacles before. We have the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Well, it's definitely high energy. It's definitely high energy. And it's definitely the lovers. Like, you're going to love this scene. In other words, this is done for a feel of like making people feel relevant and giving them some place to put their angst, put their hope in. It's meant to draw people to the Catholic Church. Okay, or to draw Catholics back to the Catholic Church. How about that one? And it's an idea by putting however, as I said, there's just no way you can justify having sigil of Lucifer being drawn up and celebrated. There's no way. I don't see it. Anyway, that's enough for that one for now. Now, the next one we have is Wormwood. Now, before we get into Wormwood, I'm going to take a little break. This is another one that's extremely old. And it's also new. It's also weird, too. Yellow Rose, how are you doing? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Anyway, Wormwood. Now, what is Wormwood? We're going to talk about a certain aspect of Wormwood. Now, Wormwood is, we're going to use the dragon cards because Wormwood is definitely strange. Very strange. Very, very strange. Wormwood is all about the heavens. The heavens reacting to the forces, the gravitational forces. I guess you could call it that. Now, it's the heavens. I mean, Wormwood. Wormwood is basically now above the earth. Okay, so you have the earth, right? You have the earth. Now, the earth is surrounded. Do you know the sun? It has the planets that go around it. Right, we all know that. And we all know that we put a certain amount of planets because they have a predictable orbit. Okay, we got that. Now, around the Earth, we have the Kuiper Belt. Now, the Kuiper Belt is a collection of asteroids, meteorites, fireballs that just keep going around junk, space junk, more or less. But it's big and it's rocky and it's could be quite a painful experience if those things strike anything. The moon, the Earth, another planet, and they do. Because nobody seems to know too much about it, besides it has a lot of radioactivity and the big hurting pieces of stone. Now, something was discovered in 2004, and it's called Apophis. And Apophis is an Egyptian name, more or less, for dragons. And it is a forebearer. It means destruction and war. Now, the cute thing, and I don't mean cute, the ironic thing about Apophis is the fact that a serpent, enemy of the sun god Ra. So it kind of depicts that if it did hit, it would like knock off the sun cycle to Earth. And it was said to be on the strike to hit Earth, right? It's been said several times. And then they go, no, it's not going to hit Earth. Yes, it's going to hit Earth. But the thing about Apophis is the fact that it is invisible right now. And they did see it in 2004. They did see it. But since 2021 until 2027, Apophis is invisible during the daylight. You can't see it. And it's supposed to reappear on 2027. 2027. Now, that's kind of ironic, isn't it? That we have this huge stone meteorite, made out of stone, hurtling in space, just on any type of phantasmagoric orbit. That is, it's almost 1,500 feet by like 500 feet. It's pretty big. It's pretty big, and it's all stone, and it's coming from a huge distance, right? And it's hurtling, and it's invisible right now because we can't see it. We can't get light on it. So, and it's invisible for 6 years, and now it's 2025. We'll be able to see it in 2020. 2 years from now. 2 years from now, we will be able to know: did another stone knock it off its course, or what is it coming our way? So that we have that to look forward to. And that's what's called basically Wormwood, which is meteorites hitting Earth. And there's many theories about these meteorites. They could be guided to us. They could be by some space aliens, space aliens from another planetary source. We don't know. And it could just be, it could be anything that you can imagine it to be. However, the fact of the matter is one big heavy rock, huge, the size of a building, empire, a skyscraper, coming down and hitting Earth, which would really have a severe impact on us. So let's just see, is there a chance? Now, let's just get a read on where is this asteroid? Where is this meteorite? Is it something we should pay attention to? Is it something that's going to be part of our, after we live through whatever we're going to live through in 2025, or is it going to be part of the environmental chaos that we have to, climate stuff that we have to pay attention to? Apophis, this meteorite, fireball, asteroid, it's going to impact, that's going to come damn close to the Earth. And is there a way, you would think that instead of like spying and surveillance, we would be up there monitoring more of these and more that we don't know of, asteroids that are coming in the way of Earth. You would think Space-linked Elon Musk would be taking care of that instead of connecting the the Tower of Babel. We could at least be paying attention to these asteroids. Now, what can the spirits tell us about Apophis, Wormwood? When the heavens are supposed to be like knocking themselves out, Wormwood. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Okay. Now we have these 5 cards here. And let's see, what do we have in Wormwood? All right. Here we have, we have the towers. That's very fitting for Wormwood, right? We have the towers. we have this serpent of destruction, which is what we're really asking. What is this wormwood? This asteroid that disappear for two. It's going to be disappear. It's going to be. We can't see it for 2 more years. And look at this destruction. Is it? We see destruction. You see that? And then we have the Four of Swords, waiting for the destruction. Waiting for the destruction. We have a wait. It's not going to happen right away. No matter what we do, we're not going to be able to find out about it. Waiting for destruction. We have the wait, which is right now where we're at. Waiting for destruction. Waiting for destruction. Then here we have look at this card. We have the 7. We have the 7 of Swords. No, we have more than 7. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords. Ooh, this is very ominous, isn't it? Very ominous. Look at that. We have here, we're talking about this strange apophis, and we get the destruction card. Then we get the 4 of Swords. Then we get the 9 of Swords. Gloomy, 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 gloomy. It's almost as though it could be used as a weapon against us. Then we have the 4. We have the 4 of Cups. Again, another wait. Another hold on. Hold on. Wait. Look how dark and gloomy that is. Dark and gloomy. We have dark and gloomy. Wait. So we have 2 wait cards. Both 4s. 4 of Swords and 4 of Cups. And then we have the 9 of Swords and we have the destruction. Oh, it smells. It smells like rot. Is there any hope? There should be a hope. Ah. We have an ace. No, we do not. We have a 6 of... the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands. There is a hope, isn't it? The 6 of Wands. However, the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands. Maybe when all seems gloomy, some force will show itself at the 10th hour, at the last hour. 6 of Wands. Could this be they'll finally unveil the spaceships to take some of us out of here? Now, it's easier to travel with not babies, genetics than it is to travel with actual humans, because you have to have food, you have to have sewage conditions, and you have to have a lot of things. And the way that they keep on building all these machines to collect all our data about 10 ways you could do this, 10 ways you can do that, it just it's not a very hopeful feeling. However, we have this 6 of Swords. Not 6 of Swords, rather, this 6 of Wands. Now, this 6 of Wands, well, what could that be? Six of Wands. This could come back. The Six of Wands could be at this point that extra planetary intervention appears. Not appears because it's already appearing now. However, they cannot hold it back any longer. They will actually, it will be not only in our interest to listen, but in other planetary affairs to listen, to seek the help of others. Perhaps that's the basis of it all. Because an asteroid could very well come. It comes all the time. We get hit with meteorites, we get hit with fireballs, however you wish to call them. We get hit all the time. However, this one is, we can't monitor it. And then again, we don't tell the nations, the people of the nations, anything other than BS, BS, BS. It seems like everybody, every Western country for sure, is leading its population into total splat. You know, when you have a fly swatter and you swack bugs, swat. The leaders are not leading the people in an intelligent manner because they don't trust the people, because they don't trust to share the knowledge. It is not very freedom. That's not very democratic. No, it isn't. Your answer may come from, the answer to the problem can come anywhere. It doesn't need to be pomp and circumstances and mystery. It doesn't. Nor do people going to act chaotic unless that's what you trigger them to act chaotically. So I would say that yes, this Apophis meteorite is something that we should all know about. And we should be developing some sort of system, no matter if we have to use or invoke non-human help to get this fireball, this meteorite, in another place, to divert its destination. It seems to be it could harm some part of the earth and its atmosphere. It's definitely something's happening, something will happen at the 10th hour. I don't know what, but something will happen. Some aid will come to assist us. But we are going to have quite a lot until then. And we will not emerge unscathed from the experience. So right away now we have had the red hat, which is again tempestuous war. We had the invitation for the devil from the Roman Catholic Church being conducted for a whole year, being opened, the portal, the sigil of Lucifer. And then we have the Apophis. We have the Apophis, asteroid, meteorite, which we cannot see anything until 2027. But it seems to be they don't want to tell us anything perhaps until 2027. So all these things we have going on, plus other things. Now, I think maybe we should probably take a break in these prophecies because they're rather intense, aren't they? They're rather intense. So let's take a break. There are more. But I just find it ironic that we're living in prophecy after prophecy after prophecy instead of like exploration, positivity. I don't understand it myself. I don't understand why I don't understand why we have this happening. I don't understand. However, right, I'm going to end this one for now. It's been an hour. And I will do the rest at another time. I will do the time. So if there's anybody who wants to go Merry Christmas or wants to have a reading, you can definitely speak now. What do you think? What do you think about prophecies anyway? I'm just gonna get a little air from this subject. What do you think about the prophecies? They are pretty heavy. They are heavy, aren't they? However, you don't have to limit it to the prophecies. What do you think? I know it's Christmas. I know it's Hanukkah. I know all these things. Yes. I'm aware of the holidays. I'm just trying to see what kind of okay. To me, once you know what's going to happen on a year, once you know what is going to happen, then you're more prepared. You're more prepared. I'm just that way. You're more prepared to see what's happening, to deal with what's happening. I guess what would be good news? Good news. Making lots of money. That would be good news. Eating good food would be good news. What else would be good news? Loving the right person would be good news. Having great pets would be a good news. Good farm animals. That would be good news. What else is good news? Good weather is not too cold. That would be good news. Well, we'll just end this then. Okay. So anyway, if you have any good news, you could just email me. All right. Speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.